friends, today our topic is a historic battle took place during World War II that changed everything. It's called the Battle of Leyte Gulf, the Great Air-Sea Battle. The Battle of Leyte Gulf. The warfare between the Japanese Imperial Navy and the U.S. Navy in the Pacific during World War II was remarkable for the significant role of aircraft and the epic scale of the combat. The Battle of Leyte Gulf in October 1944 was one of the largest sea battles ever fought. By autumn 1944, Japanese naval aviation was a battered remnant of the force that had shocked the United States with its attack on Pearl Harbor almost 3 years earlier. Japan still possessed an impressive array of battleships and cruisers, but without adequate air cover, a sortie by these heavily gunned warships had become almost suicidal. Nonetheless, when the United States began amphibious landings on Leyte Island in the Japanese-occupied Philippines on October 20th, the Imperial Navy sent every available vessel to attack the landing force. The Japanese divided their striking forces in two, one sailing south of Leyte Island and the other to the north. Land-based aircraft on the Philippines would supply air cover, while Japan's few remaining carriers were used as a decoy. Without their aircraft, they headed away from the action, in the hope that the carriers of Admiral William F. Halsey Jr.'s Third Fleet would follow. The Japanese Southern Force, including two battleships and 4 cruisers, was ambushed by Admiral Thomas Kinkaid's 7th Fleet while attempting the passage of the Surigao Strait on the night of October 24th to 25th. American destroyers and PT boats first made torpedo runs, scoring a series of hits that sank the battleship Fuso with all hands. The Japanese then encountered the American main force of 6 battleships and 8 cruisers, some equipped with advanced radar fire control that allowed them to hit Japanese warships at a range of over 20,000 yards 18,000 to 180 meters in the dark. The second Japanese battleship, Yamashiro, was among the ships sunk by armor-piercing shells. Only a handful of crew survived. Meanwhile, the approach of the other Japanese naval force through the Sabayan Sea on October 24th had triggered a fierce air-sea battle. Halsey's carrier aircraft swarmed to attack the battleship Musashi, one of the largest, most powerfully gunned warships ever built. Hit by 19 bombs and 17 torpedoes in 5 successive airstrikes, the massive ship sank with the loss of over 1,000 lives. Attacks by Japanese land-based aircraft inflicted some damage on U.S. naval forces, but little in relation to their own losses of pilots and machines. In the hope of at least dying to some effect, a group of Japanese pilots volunteered to carry out suicide attacks, crashing their aircraft into enemy ships. The first American ship sunk by kamikaze pilots was the escort carrier USS St. Louis on October 25th. The battle almost ended badly for the Americans. After the sinking of the Musashi, Halsey accepted the bait of the decoy Japanese carriers and pursued them to destruction. In the absence of the main American carrier force, Japanese heavy cruisers slipped through the San Bernardino Strait and surprised escort carriers and destroyers supporting the troop landings. The U.S. Navy was briefly at the mercy of Japanese naval guns, but bold torpedo runs by the destroyers and attacks by aircraft from the escort carriers drove the Japanese off. Having lost 3 battleships, 8 cruisers, and 4 carriers, the Imperial Navy had fought its last major battle